heat nursing technician, or even a salesperson, or even in-home sales, what are some ways that you can explain your investment to your potential client, and why does it matter? This is a fantastic question. I'm Scott Sylvan Bell, coming to you live for HVAC Technician Sales Secrets on a perfect day to talk about sales and business, and a fantastic day to talk about you. A couple things for you. I've been around sales since 2001, studied a lot of psychology, have had lots of conversations. So when I share these concepts or these ideas with you, they didn't just come from nowhere. They were based upon time out in the field, consulting, conversations with experts, private conversations with really well-known authority figures. And I want to let you know that you can choose any way that you want to explain price. My hope for you, my hope that when you explain the price or the investment, we're going to use those two words interchangeably, that you choose a path and you figure out what works for you, okay? There is not a one-size-fits-all program that's going to work for everybody. There are some really good ideas out there. There's some not so good ideas. So let's get into this conversation, but I'm using my $12 whiteboard to go over a couple things first, right? So if you're starting your sales process at 8 in the morning and you're finishing at 9:30, we're going to go through my standard presentation about you got your rapport phase, you got your discovery phase, you've got your presentation phase, then you've got your lockdown technique, right? And your lockdown technique, you ask all the questions. Are you happy with the company? You like the product? You like the service? You like the warranties? You like the guarantees? You like me, right? So that at the end of the day, really the main objection is going to be price and terms. This is really what it's going to come down to. For large-scale investing, for just about everything, most things come down to price and terms, okay? The wall is this. The wall is this. This is where most salespeople screw up. They automatically roll into price without confirming, like the person that I'm meeting with is really interested in my goods, my products, my service, the things that I have to offer. Now, you may diagram this out differently. You may use different terms, but the wall happens in every industry. The wall happens in every service that I know of when it comes to sales, because people either A, get tired, or B, they haven't prepared the sales presentation. They haven't said, hey, here's what we're going to do is we're going to make sure that everybody's happy with everything before we go into price. And the only way that you can fix issues before they happen is to ask really good questions. You know, give me an idea. What happened? Where are we at? What do you like? What do you not like? At the wall is where you slow down. You don't speed up. Right? To get through this process, you ask a lot of really good questions, and typically whoever is asking the best questions is in control. Now, here's the thing. If you want to be better at sales, you want to be good at what you do, you should absolutely join my email publication right here. Type in this URL, go to a browser, drop in your name, your email address, maybe your phone number. I'll give you the goods, not in the Facebook group, not in the YouTube channel. So you get private coaching, private training, discounted coaching, discounted training. It's an email publication. So for ease of math, we're going to start with one option, okay? So you meet with Mr. and Mrs. Smith, Mr. and Mrs. Jones, and they're like, hey, we go through the discovery. You find out bunches of stuffs, things, problems, issues, and through your discovery phase, you're like, we've got one solution. And you're going to couch it as like, I'm the expert. I'm going to share with you, we've got one solution. It's the best solution. I do one solution, okay? That's it. We're going to do one, right? So then you roll and you're like, okay, so solution, the numero uno solution for you, number one is $125 a month, whatever your payment factor is if you got financing, and then $10,000 total, okay? And in order to get started, I just need a driver's license or I need a check or a credit card. And then stop talking, right? Not your job anymore. You've done everything you were supposed to do if you followed the rules and you went and got to the wall and did your lockdown technique. You've done everything you need to do, right? And realistically, the only thing that you got to do is roll price. Here's the best solution for you. Here's the best product, service, widget, gizmo. Based upon what we talked about, you're looking at $125 a month. Really easy to get that started, or $10,000 total. Just need a driver's license, credit card, or a check, and we can get you taken care of. And then you're going to get your objections, and then you're going to do your, I completely understand, I hear you, I got you, maybe a what would need to be true. And you're probably going to have something that they want. It may be an upgrade. I'm more of an upgrade fan over a discount. Somebody says, I want money off. I'm like, money off really isn't going to help you. Why don't we take a look at a longer warranty, right? And if they're like, no, I want money off. Okay, well then, let's talk about money off. If you watch Pawn Stars, there's usually about three volleys or backs and forths. So you got to get really good. So on a $10,000 job, we're going to do some quick math, and I'm going to give you some negotiation strategies. We're going to do $10,000. My first option for a discount is going to be 3.31 or $331. And then option number 2, I'll show you this on the whiteboard, is going to be about $170. And then option number 3 is going to be about $85, right? So it's going to look like this. It's going to be $10,000, sir, ma'am, just need a credit card, check, whatever, get you started. Shh, stop talking. Look, we got to get a better price just to confirm, like, you're happy with the company. Like, I'm going to do a lockdown technique again, just happy with everything. The only thing that's holding us back is the price. Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so here's what we can do. We can start you off. I've got $331, right? We can get you started. I just need a credit card, driver's license. We're going to reuse the script. And you may go, hey, Scott, this is kind of old school sales. Yeah, it is. Okay, I'm cool with it. You're cool with it. Nobody's taught you this. It's all right. And then they go, hey, Scott, we need more money off, more moolah. I am not going to do a standard scale. I'm not going to do 331, 331, 331. No, I'm going to be smart about this. I'm going to decline it again. And I'm going to use a number that, how did you get to that? Numbers are tight. Okay. Second option, like, we still need more money off. We need I got you 170. So like right now we're at a total of about $400 off, right? Hey, Scott, we need more money. We're going to decline that number again. I got you $85. Got you $85, right? When you add all of this up, it's about a 5% discount. It's a tight discount. And people will come to you and go, oh, those numbers are pretty tight. And you go, yep, that is. Okay, so that is an opportunity. It's not the only way. It's one way for you to roll price on one item. Okay, so let's say you're like, hey, Scott, I don't want to just give one product. I want to give 2. Okay, well, I'm glad you asked. So we're going to do 2 different options that you can choose. And we're going to do one at 10,000. We're going to do one at 20,000. Okay, just to make the math really easy for me because I'm sitting here with a whiteboard. Okay, so Mr. and Mrs. Smith, just before we go over numbers, want to make sure that you're happy with the company, product, service, widget, gizmo, everything about us, everything about me, got clean teeth, like you're cool, I'm cool, we're good, we're happy. All right, well, these are your best 2 options, okay? So we're going to start with the $10,000 option that we had talked about previously. And we're going to go, hey, first option, $125 a month. Always offer the easy payment plan, financing number, whatever you want to call it. Easy payment plan is easy. Easy payment plan, $125 a month, or a total of 10 grand. Or here's the thing, the system is just a little bit better for a few dollars more. You're going to love it. It's going to do a few more things, add in the benefits, super faster, stronger, smells better, taller, looks better. So you're looking at $250 a month or $20,000. Now, okay, now you ask a question. Between those 2 options, which one doesn't make sense, right? Which one are you going to tell me, like, you don't like? And here's what you're going to hear is, well, I don't really necessarily like the first option because it feels cheap. I really like the second option, but it's too much money. Okay, so what I hear you saying is this. You like the company, you like the product, you like the service, you like me, you like my smile, you like my hair, you like my blue eyes, you like my Aloha shirt, right? You like that. Here's what my dudes are going to do when they come out and do the work or do the install, and here's what the chicks in the office are going to say, and here's what the bros and the babes are going to do. But you really want this one. This is the one that you want. And they're going to say yes, and you're going to go, do me a favor, right? Especially if you're on a piece of paper and pen. Just do me a small favor and draw a big X. Draw a big X on that one, right? And so, like, the reason that you want to do this is you want them to mentally check out and say, hey, I'm not interested in this one anymore. I don't really want it. It's not the one that I want. So, like, now we're to one product, one service, one idea. We're at this one, okay? And you're like, hey, Scott, well, what do I do if they want a discount? All right, well, we're going to do a declining scale again like we did on the first one. And we're going to do 3%, 2%, 1%. Big surprise, huh? So the first option is I could take $577 off. The next option is I could take about $321 off. And then the next option is I could take $89 off. Okay. So we're going to be once again at less than a 5% discount. And you're going to ask your question. Hey, like, we can get you started. It's really easy to get started. I just need a driver's license. Or another question, I just need a credit card. Or another question, I just need a check. You're not combining and smashing all those words together. Okay. You're not doing it. You're just saying, hey, it's really easy to get started. My favorite thing to ask was always my favorite, just no matter what. Hey, in order to get started, we just need a driver's license. And then, like, you would see people get up and walk away from the table, and they're like, what am I getting a driver's license for? And you're going to be like, they're asking me why I'm getting a driver's license? And your answer is, because we're getting you a new roof. We're getting you a new car. We're getting you a new driveway. We're getting you a new heating and air system. We're getting you a new furnace. Okay? And the reason why you just want to make it just like really cool, really easy is because you've got a good product, you've got a good service, you've got a good widget, you got a good gizmo. Now, I want to say something super importante in echo. Never, ever give more than 3 options. And you're like, Scott, but there's people out there that say give as many options as possible. Okay, cool. I've looked at the stats. I know the studies, right? You can, and you could, or you could just believe me and say, yeah, there's people out there who do okay with it. There are people out there who do good with it. Good for them. The bulk majority of the people cannot duplicate this, okay? I know this. I got to fix some writing here. Got an out of 0 there. Okay. So let's say that you go down the path and you're like, hey, I got to give 3 options. My company makes me give multiple options. Great. Never more than 3. 3. That's it. Oh, look, I got ink on my hands. Okay. Never more than 3. Okay. So we sit down, we talk, and you're like, hey, Mr. and Mrs. Smith, before we get into numbers, just want to confirm you like the company, you like the service, you like the product, you like everything we talked about. You like me, you like my hair, you like my eyes, right? You like my vehicle, you like my Aloha shirts, right? Or I'm being ridiculous on purpose. You really want to ask about no more than 5 questions. You don't want to go to crazy town and ask a million. So here's your opportunity. First option, based upon everything that you told me, it's the most cost-effective option you're going to get that's going to envelop everything that you want. $125 a month, $10,000 total. It would do great for you. Option number 2, $250 a month, $20,000 total. It's a little bit better. There's a few other items, insert benefits. You're gonna like them. You're gonna do good. And then last option here is option number 3, $375 a month and $30,000. It's got everything that you could ever imagine. It's got the snow cone maker. It's got the shoe taker offer. It's like, I'm kidding, but it's like it's got everything you want. Okay. Now we need to get the people who are in the presentation with you to start checking boxes and saying no. We want people to say no, that's ridiculous, Scott. No, we don't want to do that. Okay. So, hey, Mr. and Mrs. Smith, based upon everything that we said, I know that you shared with me what you are looking for, and I may have gone under budget. I may have gone over budget. Out of all of these, which one just are you like, no freaking way am I doing that? You're going to get some hems and haws. And about 80% of the time, the people are going to check off box number 3, right? They're going to go, no way. And so you're going to hand them a pen, go, do me a favor, on this piece of paper, cross out number 3. Cross it out. Just tell me you don't like it. Tell me you don't love it. And like, let them complain. Like, who pays $30,000 for a widget, right? This is ridiculous. Good. Let them say it, right? Let them say it. It's going to be okay. You're going to be all right. And then you're going to say, cool. Well, was there anything that you liked about it? Well, we liked that it had XYZ widget and 1, 2, 3 widget, but we're still not going to buy it. So you have to ask about like, and then don't like. What do you like about it? What do you don't like about it? Right? You let them talk. You want them to say no, but you want them to talk. What do you like about it? What do you like about it? And what they don't like about it for a lot of times, for 80% of the population, is going to be the price. Let them complain. Cool. Right? You're letting these people talk. You're clients. You're letting your clients talk. Now we're down to 2 options. Okay? And so we got the tough question. We got the quiz. We got to have this conversation, Mr. and Mrs. Smith, based upon these two. Which one are you like, this doesn't make sense? And then it's a 50-50 shot from here. Based upon price, if the numbers are close, most of the time, people like to buy in the middle, okay? Super important tip for you. People like to buy in the middle. People like to buy in the middle. People like to buy in the middle, okay? So what they're going to do is they're going to say, we don't want to pay. We don't want option number one. We're not down for that. And once again, you're going to say, what do you like? Well, kind of curious. What did you like about it? Oh, well, I like the price. It's going to come up a lot. What do you not like about it? And they're going to say, it feels cheap. Almost every time. It feels cheap, right? A little bit better, okay? So then you're like, okay, Scott, we've got one option left. We just assume the sale? Oh, yeah, kind of. You are going to say, great. It looks like option 2 is everything that you wanted based upon everything you shared with me. What do you like about it, right? What do you like about it? And then they're going to tell you, oh, it's faster, stronger, taller. My $12 whiteboard is falling apart. What do you like about the whiteboard? Oh, it's lasted me about 2 months. What do you like about it? Oh, it's faster, taller, stronger, more amazing, more fantastic. It's going to do good. Now, you don't ask about what do you not like. You automatically assume that that's the one they like because that's the one that they picked. So now we're out this one because they crossed it off. We're out number 1 because they crossed it off. They've told you what they like, what they don't like, what they like, what they don't like. They've told you what they like. They're like, here's the one that we like, right? So now we just assume the sell. Great. In order to get started, the only thing that we need is a driver's license, okay? And they're going to go, well, it's a little bit more money than we wanted to spend. And we still got more bids and we got a couple more people to talk to. And, we're just doing our due diligence. Hey, that's cool. No problem. No big deal. Not too worried about it. Just can we confirm a couple of things again? We're the right company. Like I make fun of it. Can we confirm that we're the right company for you? You like my Aloha shirt? You like my smile? Insert the cool things about your company. Like don't do the Aloha shirt thing. I'm just giving you an example. And then, so they're going to go, hey, well, we really want you. It would be fantastic if you did it. But, we just don't know. So then you're going to come back to the 3, 2, 1 of the discount. So it's going to go 577, 381, 121, roughly. Okay. So remember, we're going to get to about a 5% discount. We're going to get to a 5% discount. But before we get there, we're just going to confirm, hold on. Lockdown technique. You just want to confirm you like the company, you like the warranties, you like the guarantees, you like the product, you like the service, you like everything about me, you like the Aloha shirt, right? You like the smile, you like the ears, you like the eyeballs. Yep, it's just the price. What you're going to find is your ability to just kind of not that big of a deal, right? It's really easy to get started. I just need a driver's license. It's really easy to get started. I just need a credit card. It's really easy to get started. We just need to fill out an online application real quick. It'll take you less than 2 minutes. In less than 2 minutes, you'll know everything you need to know. Now, I want to throw a couple of caveats out there. Please don't ever make stuff up. If the product isn't going to be good for them and they only need something that's a level 1 in your book or your product, get them a level 1. If they really truly need something that's going to be beneficial for them, give them whatever is going to help them. Do not make stuff up, okay? Don't make stuff up. Can't tell you, it didn't happen all day, every day, okay? So it's not something that happens all the time, but I would look sometimes at the sales that people would make when I was a technician and I would go behind and I work on equipment. You have an 800 square foot house, okay? I'm not trying to put my hands in anybody's pockets. I'm not trying to make decisions for them. But the features that you got on this system are really for a 2-story house, or they're really for a house, but for whatever reason, they got hooked on the numbers. If I'm with a client and they go, hey, Scott, the package that you offered for consulting, I think I need number 3. I'd go, hey, listen, it's a cool one. It's not going to do anything really better than number 2. Why don't we push you down to number 2? Right? We can give you a number 3, but realistically, based upon everything that you told me, and everything that you shared with me, this is why we went with the number 2. Or you say, hey, in some circumstances, I would give 3 options. But like at the end of the day, you only need the two. The one that's above really isn't going to do anything for you. The one that's all the way over here really doesn't. Like, it's got all the bells and whistles, but it's really meant for a different circumstance that you're not in. Sometimes salespeople, like, they want to brag and they want to say, hey, this is the most awesome thing that I was able to buy or sell to a client or potential client. And it's all about the commission. The thing about sales is you got to have service in your heart. You got to have service in your heart. And sometimes that means, like, look, I gave you one option because none of the other options make sense. I gave you two options because they're the best two that are going to fit. I gave you three options because at the end of the day, well, three sounds good. It might be a better position for you. Are there millions of other different ways you can roll this? Yes, but the benefit for you is most people are scared out of their mind. I say scared out of their mind to share them with you online for whatever reason, because they're like, oh, it's my secret sauce. Like, here at the end of the day, there is the redneck close, which is literally like, it's $10,000, want one. That's the redneck close. You can close deals on the redneck close. And there's books, right? There's books on closing. There really is. There's my book on sales tracks and closing that's coming out. Looks like towards the end of the year, 2024. There's lots of different ways to do it. There's other people who will look at this video, this content, and go, I'd never do it that way. Great. What way would you do it? This person over here says don't do it this way. Okay. Find your favorite person. Like in car sales, they say there's a butt for every seat. The same thing's true about training, coaching, and the way that everything works. I'm just going to share with you, I've spent a lot of time honing this in homes, training salespeople, and talking to experts and asking a lot of questions. This wasn't like, hey, I'm just going to make some stuff up. This is a lot of studies combined into content. You don't have to follow it. I'm just trying to make your life easier. Now, here's what I'm going to say. Get good at whatever one's very comfortable for you first. Get very good at the one that you're like, this one feels right to me. Okay, this one feels good. And then when you get really good at the first one, then go to whatever the next one is that feels very comfortable to you. And then envelop all three of them. Because there's going to be a point where you meet with Mr. and Mrs. Smith or Mr. and Mrs. Jones, and they need one option. Great, give them one option. You're going to be a time when you meet with Mr. and Mrs. Smith, Mr. and Mrs. Jones, and they're like, hey, we need all three options, right? We need all three options. And so just be aware that most of the time, salespeople never use any type of lockdown technique. They never get to a point where they do anything meaningful with the client that they're going to meet with, right? So like if you're going to do this, grab a piece of paper and monthly amount always goes up top, because like that's the thing that people look at. We live in a society where people finance everything. I was making a big capital purchase and it was like, well, do I pay this thing outright or do I use their 18-month same as cash financing? 18-month same as cash financing leaves money in the bank because they never know what's going to happen, right? So like, look, it's really easy to set this up. Just a piece of paper. You don't have to use a tablet. First option, second option, third option. Just remember, please, 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 please do the right thing for the people that you meet with, right? Please do the right thing. Just like, we'll go all the way up here. Please do the right thing. You got one of three things to do from here. Just one of three. Find the subscribe button, click on it, and every time I send out a video, you'll get an update. 2, hit follow. 3. You can't see my fingers. Share this video with a friend. We'll see you soon. Thanks for watching.